Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A very warm welcome to meeting number 97 of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I'm Toastmaster Sudhir, your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. Our club's mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As Sergeant at Arms, I must highlight some key points for today's meeting. 1. The meeting is blocked for 2 hours and we urge you to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit out of it. Your videos should be on and your audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you are called or need to speak. Regarding topics related to sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmaster International does not restrict speaking on these topics, at the Gabbys Toastmaster clubs, we request everyone to be mindfully responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. We urge you to be cognizant that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit, hence ensuring that there is no sexist, racist, or any other undertone that creates hostility and discomfort for the members or guests. Now, let me call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting. An experienced B2B sales professional and a certified soft skill trainer with a decade of industrial exposure, currently pursuing a full-time master's degree in United States. She is a mindful introvert, striving to become a profound public speaker. Grateful for the camaraderie of the Toastmasters fraternity, she actively serves as a club mentor, club coach, and an area director across various districts. While continuously learning and growing through her pathways, she also serves as a president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. She says, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream another dream." Please help me with the welcoming presiding officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Smruti Sagarika Mohanty. Over to you, presiding officer Smruti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudhir. Can we please hear it for our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sudhir God? What an incredible job of an individual, a Toastmaster, to open a meeting by setting the ground rules, the norms. It brings a rhythm to a meeting. It brings a flow to a meeting, and we get a direction for the meeting. These norms are quite cliche but very important. So please be mindful about the same. It's always a pleasure to preside over another beautiful meeting of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Well, on behalf of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, I extend a heartfelt welcome to each one of you. Our passionate members, visiting Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and the esteemed guest who joined us today to celebrate the dancing feet and the speaking hearts in the form of speeches and evaluations in this particular meeting. Now, usually what we do, we welcome our guest, presiding officer asks you for an introduction, but let's do something different. Let's try to bring a new rhythm to the meeting because that's what God is known about. Now, before I ask you to introduce yourself, let me introduce this club to you. Let me introduce Toastmasters to you. Toastmasters, we know, has been started, or if you don't know, then let me speak out loud. It began in the year 1924 by a missionary, a visionary leader who aspired to build a community for people like us, people who want to enhance their public speaking skills. From the past 100 years, you can check in my Zoom background, we have been continuing this legacy of not only speaking, but collaborating, networking, and growing our respective leadership skills by taking up role or maybe by showing up in a Toastmasters meeting. Now, Gabby's is no different. It's a community club, a club Rather, a family of three clubs. Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club meeting every Tuesday at 7:30, Gabby's International Toastmasters Club meeting Thursday at 7, and the Gabby's Toastmasters Club meeting on Saturday in a hybrid arrangement at 10 a.m. Indian Standard Time. We as a club, rather, we do not shy away by sharing out aloud that how the members together always aspire to strive and thrive together to achieve milestones. So, here are some fresh, crisp nuggets from the Gabby's pantry for you. Fasten your seatbelt while I make a very, not one rather, many announcement for you. All the three club of Gabbies, remember I said three clubs? All the three club of Gabbies were awarded the early renewal champion title for completing minimum 8 renewals before May 15th deadline. Can we hear it for the club? And please keep on applauding because many announcements are lined up. Second, we proudly received the Pathway Adoption Trailblazer badge by ensuring 90% of our members adopted the pathways. Pathways are the defined educational structure in Toastmasters. And yes, we earned the prestigious Fast 5 recognition for scoring 5 DCP points within first 5 months of the Toastmasters year. Can we again hear it for the club? Now, achievements like these, they don't happen by chance. They are possible only because of the continuous engagement, the passion, and the presence of all members and support from visiting Toastmasters. So, thank you once again to all the heart and soul of the Gappies. Now, adding one more joy to the same, we are thrilled to, I am rather taking the stage, thrilled to welcome one of our new reinstated member whom I saw on my screen. Can you please hear it for Toastmaster Sapna Agarwal? And Toastmaster Sapna, I'll give the stage to you for a quick 30-second introduction. Can you please let us know more about you? Maybe your name or what brought you back to Toastmasters quickly. Over to you.
Hi, thank you so much for the invite. I'm Sapna Agarwal. I recently joined Toastmasters Club and I came to know through one of my friends that this is an esteemed club where you can really enhance upon your communication skills. So earlier also, once upon a time, long back, I had been a member of it for a very short duration of time. So recently, I just thought that I need to enhance those skills and let me just get back to the Toastmasters thing once again. So regarding my background, I am a lawyer by profession. I practice in National Green Tribunal and Real Estate Regulatory Authority matters plus consumer matters at Delhi. And I've got two sons, so both are settled abroad. So here I am. So I thought just let me brush up my skills and get back to it once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sapna, for rejoining Toastmaster. And it feels really good to see reinstated members coming back to Toastmaster and at Gabby's. You decide to be a part of this particular club. So it's our honor and pleasure to have you once again. Can we please hear it for Toastmaster Sapna Agarwal?
Thank you
Okay,
so
I
much.
did a most welcome, most welcome. I have many more announcement and very crucial one. So let me drop a bomb here by saying that at Gabby's, we are a home to reinstated members. We are a home to people who want to start their journey. And we feel so proud by saying that we are a home to district division champions as well. Now, when it comes to championship, it means contest. Toastmasters allows us to contest in different categories, be it international speech contest, able topic contest, or evaluation contest. Every year we have champions at Gabby's, and this year was no different. So hold your breath while I read out the names. We have special mentions, of course, with respect to the members, but we always feel proud in every category and segment. We had representation from each of our club in some or the other category. And for the division contest, we had the Gabbies. They marked in the respective category. And let me see. Ah, yeah, he is here. A special shout out to the person who is in the meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, who stood second in the table topic and first in the evaluation contest. And Sourav is going to represent Division B at the District 22 evaluation contest as well. So, can we please hear it for distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta? Well, I have one more announcement. Let me but keep quiet for a while and let me ask few of you to help us with your introduction now. Understanding the time crunch, let me pick few here. Okay. Now let me ask Smruti, you joined after a long time. What brought you back to join on the Gabbys meeting? Would you like to help us with a quick introduction?
Yes, sure, Smriti. Very, very good evening to all of you. I was part of Toastmasters Club earlier. I belong to Pune, and I had been reaching out to Smriti many times. However, I have two children. One is 5 and one is 2. So I was procrastinating, I would say, and trying to take out time for the meeting. So finally, I thought I had a time. So just join in and get the energies, positive vibrations from the Toastmasters fraternity. And, it's really good to be back and to see people around here. About me, I am also a certified soft skills trainer and also pursuing image consulting. I had been taking trainings into the colleges for soft skills like campus to career, and also for schools for life skills which is required for children. So that's it about me, Smriti. Thank you so much. I apologies, I cannot switch on my camera. I have kids around me, so apologies for that. Thank you
No
so much.
worries. Thank you. Thank you so much, Smriti, for introducing yourself to the club. May I request one more? May I request whom I am not seeing on camera? Sher Khan, may I request you to please help us with a quick introduction and would you please let us know if you're a Toastmaster or a guest to Toastmasters meeting? If you're here, Sher Khan. Okay, if you're speaking, you are on mute, but I see you on camera. Request you to please unmute and give us a quick introduction, please. You are still on mute. Request to unmute.
Yeah. Now is okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Yeah. Actually, I was invited by one of our Toastmasters here in Bratislava, Slovakia, from Europe, my friend Anna. I'm also the member of this Toastmaster here in Bratislava. Basically, I'm from Pakistan and I earned a PhD degree in economics, and I'm a researcher and scientist, and currently I'm doing my second PhD here. So I'm a full-time member here in Bratislava in Toastmaster. So, and what exactly I want to say, because I couldn't hear before there was a little bit noise.
No worries. We're happy you joined us today and thank you for your reference of Toastmaster Anna. Pleasure to have you here. Please stay tuned. We'll circle back once again to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Again, as I said, we have lot to discuss, lot to do, but I'm not the one who will take it forward. We have few more announcements, but for that, you have to wait and hold your breath till the last leg of the meeting because I'm going to come back. Now, the best part, you're in a virtual meeting, the Zoom background is with you. You have emoticon in place with a bit mindfulness. Let's use the emoticons. Let's use wisely the chat function to appreciate your speakers, to appreciate the evaluators and any role takers whom you like. On that note, let's quickly go ahead with the meeting arrangement. To facilitate the meeting, we have a Toastmaster of the day. And what a beautiful theme she has selected. Why? She'll give the reason. But why I said beautiful? Because of the two things. Two things attached to the theme. One is dancing and the second is speaking, which I loved the most. My life being from an introvert to a mindful introvert, the transformation happened only because of these two things. So I'm all ears to know more about the theme, the understanding and everything. So to know more, let's put a hand together for our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mita M, who is an early childhood educator, dedicated to laying strong foundation for young learners. And she's also the immediate past president of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. So, Toastmaster Mita, as I said, all ears to hear you. The virtual stage is all yours. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Mita M. Shah. Over to you.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Toastmasters Smruti S. Mohanty, for such a wonderful introduction. Let's give a round of applause to our Presiding Officer, Toastmasters Smruti S. Mohanty. Happy evening and warm welcome to Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters and guests. Today, our theme is Dancing Feet, Speaking Hearts. So that's a proverb. Yeah, there's a quote. To watch us dance is to hear our hearts speak. That is by Hopi Indian saying. Why? Now you can say that meaning of dancing feet, speaking hearts is where expressive movements meet expressive minds. From audience, can anyone say and guess why today this theme is very special? Anyone from the
Today is
audience?
International Dance Day or something like that, right? I'm not sure the exact sentence, but today is
Yes,
International
yes,
Dance
yes.
Day, if I can say it right.
Thank you. Yes, you have guessed the correct one. Yes, today it's an International Dance Day celebrated across the world every year. And dance is not just to entertain, it's a powerful form of art that expresses feelings, tells stories, and connects people from different culture. Do you agree? This day was started in 1982, created by the International Dance Committee of the International Theatre Institute, which is the partner of UNESCO. The date was chosen to honor the birthday of Jean-Georges Nouvel, a famous French dancer and a ballet master who is often called father of modern ballet. So now, this is the brief history about the dance because we are celebrating today Dance Day, International Dance Day. So little bit I have given a brief as we are an international Toastmasters Club. So we are also from international and even today the day is also for dancing like International Dance Day. Now I'll come back. Now we will move into our meeting. For the benefits of guests, Toastmaster meeting consists of 3 sections. The first is the prepared speech session, where the speakers delivers their speech consists of 5 to 7 minutes with a buffer time of 30 seconds. Now, second session is table topic session, where members and guests delivers 1 to 2 minutes impromptu speech with a buffer time of 30 seconds. And the third and the last is the most important and is the evaluation session, where we call upon the general evaluator and his TAGL team, along with the evaluators for prepared speech to provide us with the constructive feedback on this learning journey. Now, you are all aware of the proceedings of the meeting. Since today we have three speakers and each speaker has two evaluators. Wow, what a great. And so we'll not be having table topic session. So let me now call the general evaluator, Toastmaster Nazir Hussain. Now, our general evaluator has been an entrepreneur for 3 decades and a Toastmaster for 4 years, a member of LA 1924, Toastmasters Club. He is the past president and present area director of A3 Division A, District 92. Toastmasters and guests, with a round of applause, please help me to welcome today's General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nazir Hussain. Over to you, General Evaluator. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mita Shah, for your wonderful introduction. It's been pleasure and pride to be here today in the Gabbys meeting. Today, my role is as General Evaluator, and the responsibilities of the General Evaluator is to make the entire meeting proceedings, both the good usage and anything to be reflected back into the subsequent meeting, make note of each and every role plays action, and report it at the end of it. However, general evaluation, the evaluation work is also to encourage all the speakers. It's just a recommendation, not to demotivate anyone. It is always an appraisal as a general evaluator. And we all know that some of the big things, great works are not done by one person. And to help me in that, I have a team which is called TAGL team, which consists of timer, accounter, grammarian, and the listeners. And the work of the TAGL team was for you to just to mention that they ensure discipline, clarity, and linguistic excellence in the meeting. Their observations helps all the speakers to trimming the timings and the flaws and make every meeting a memorable impact for the audience. Going ahead, let me first invite the timer of the day. The timer of the day, she is an engineer and a graphic designer too. She has joined the Toastmasters to become more confident and impactful speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toastmaster Mamata J.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nasir. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Mamata Jain, and today I have the exciting job of being your timer. In Toastmasters, we believe that a great speech is not only has powerful words but also perfect timing. My role is to help you stay on track so that every speaker shines within their time limit. I will be using the standard timing signals. I will show the green card at the minimum qualifying time, the yellow card when you are halfway, and the red card when you reach your maximum time. For prepared speeches, you should speak for 5 to 7 minutes. I will show green at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. For speech evaluations, you should speak for 2 to 3 minutes. I will show green at 2 minutes, yellow at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes. After the red signal, speaker have 30 seconds to wrap up gracefully. I will be keeping a close eye on the clock and cheering you on silently with my colorful signals. Let's have a fantastic meeting full of sharp, timely speeches. Thank you, and over to you, Nasir, Toastmaster Nasir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mamata Jain. It's a wonderful timers report. Let's give them a big round of applause. Then let's go to the second R counter of the day, who rectify our terms of our language. She has 14 years of professional experience in finance and tech consulting projects. Apart from that, she enjoys solo traveling and discovering new places. That's Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi M. Could we have our counters details, please?
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasir, for the warm introduction. So, as an counter today, I will be listening to all the speakers in terms of their speeches with the use of the unnecessary words and sounds made by all the speakers and the role takers also. So, the report will be bifurcated by 5 sections. The first section is filler words, which is and inappropriate interjections, for instance, and, well, but, so, and the use of crutch words, basically, actually, this thing, repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, or this means. And also, I'll be tracking the unintentional long or short pauses made by all the speakers and the role takers. I will come back with my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, general evaluator, Toastmaster Nasir.
Jay Lakshmi, it was very elegant, very clear. Thank you. Let's give her a big round of applause. Let's go to the most important, the grammarian of the day. The grammarian is an experienced IT professional specialized in regulatory compliances and IT system governance. He is passionate about Vinyasa Yoga, which is self-healing, and he loves music. Toastmaster Sravan, as a grammarian report, please.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Nasir. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, greetings of the day to everybody. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any good and not so good usage of the English language. As the grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is tempo. The tempo means the rate or the speed of motion or activity. Another meaning is the speed at which a passage of music is or should be played. For example, the fast tempo of the music made the dancers move with great energy. Another one, the choreographer changed the tempo of the dance to create a more dramatic effect. The synonyms of the tempo are pace, cadence, speed, velocity. Anybody would you like to give it a try in the meeting? The word of the day is tempo. Anybody? Would you like to give it a try using the word of the day tempo?
What is the word of the day, Shravan, once more?
Tempo, T-E-M-P-O. Am I audible?
Yes.
Tempo
Yeah,
is rhythm, right?
Whenever I am
Yeah.
driving, I love music with fast tempo.
Excellent. So that is how the tempo can be used while you're speaking. I recommend everybody to use the word of the day as much as possible. I will give my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, general evaluator Toastmaster Nasir.
Toastmaster Prawana, that was wonderful. Great. Let's give him a big round of applause. That was the last one. To the listener of the day, he is an engineer from NIT Allahabad. He's been working as a software engineer at Radisys. His hobbies include badminton, chess, and a regular to gym, to bodybuilding. Yes, he is there, Toastmaster Prasang Mani. Please share with the listeners' guidelines.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Nasir. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. I am the listener of today's meeting. And as a listener, my responsibility is to listen everything said during this meeting. And based on that, I will draft a short question. And then at the end of the meeting, I will come back and test your listening skill. So make sure you listen everything very carefully. Uh, Over to you.
Thank you, listener Toastmaster Prasang. Good to remind us, all the audience, to be great listeners. Honestly, TAGL team is the only one who's active the entire meeting. Let's give them a big round of applause for all the TAGL team. And with that, I'm handing over back to the Toastmaster of the day with the wording that I'll come back at the end of the meeting when I'm called to do so with my report. Back to you, TMOD Toastmaster Mita Shah.
Thank you, General Evaluator and your TAGL team for explaining your role. With that, let's move with all our tempo to the first session. Are you ready, audience? Audience, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. What about the speakers? Are you ready?
Yes.
And the evaluators, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start our first session. Let me confirm the first speaker's evaluator Toastmaster Sudharma Pereira, and the second evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Please confirm your presence.
I am here.
Present.
Thank you. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Shubham Somani. Originating from the colorful state of Rajasthan, Shubham Somani is a chartered accountant with over 5 years of experience, currently working with Daimler Trucks Group. His career has taken him from Rajasthan to Mumbai and now to Bangalore, where he resides in Kasturi Nagar with his wife. Outside of work, Shubham is passionate about traveling to new places and exploring diverse cuisines. He also enjoys playing badminton and is devoted Bollywood fan. Toastmaster Shubham Somani, are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you. So now, path Shubham Somani's path is presentation mastery, level L2, project number P3, project name Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. Project objectives. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for member to share some aspects of previous experience as a protege. Speech duration, timer, it's 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title, Learning Beyond Books. Here are for the first speech, Toastmaster Shubham Somani for his speech title, Learning Beyond Books. Learning Beyond Books, Toastmaster Shubham Somani. The virtual stage is yours. Over to you.
A mentor. What comes in your mind when you first time hear this word? Maybe a teacher, a senior at school, or a manager at work. Yeah, even I had few mentors in my life at these stages who helped me to grow up. But today, I am going to talk about a mentor who is very special for me. This mentor didn't help me to get better at academics, neither helped me to become a chartered accountant, nor getting a high paying job. This mentor taught me something far more valuable, something which I could never had understood from books, something which cannot be measured by promotions or scores. This mentor taught me how to connect with people and nurture relationships. And I met this mentor at my own wedding when she was just sitting right beside me, my wife. Let me take back to you from where it all started. So, the place from where I come from, the CA course, the Chartered Accountancy course, is so popular that people funning. There's a fun saying that every second person is a chartered accountant. They're all doing CA, just like our Gabbys family. So after completing 10th, I didn't had a single doubt for which stream I should go for. I simply opted for commerce because I wanted to become a chartered accountant. But I was not knowing that I have chosen a lot of nightmares for me. Maybe most of you might be aware how difficult, how brutal CA exams are. The passing percentage is just 3 to 5%, but the pressure, the hard work, what it requires is sky high. So I had to study around 16 to 18 hours in a day, and I was getting disconnected, cut off from the world. I started skipping going to weddings, birthday celebration, events, get-togethers and all. And gradually, I was getting disconnected from my friends and family. But I was making myself calm down by saying, Shubham, that's fine. You have to focus now on your studies. You can skip it now. And once you become a chartered accountant, then you'll have a lot of money. And you very less work. That time you can reconnect with all these people. Which was actually true that time. But guess what? I became a chartered accountant, got a job in MNC, but things remain same. The work increased, the expectation grew, but I stayed in the same isolated bubble what I had created for myself. And I was still saying myself that maybe like this the word works. I have to accept it. Though I knew how to reconcile the balance sheet, but I had forgotten how to balance the relationships. And that's when my wife, my mentor, entered in that my life. Even though she was also a chartered accountant, but she was not lost. She was not living in the bubble what I had created for myself. She was handling her deadline, her work just like me, but she was still connected with her friends, her family. I used to be buried in my work and books, staying disconnected from my friends and family, but she was constantly in touch with her family and friends. And that time it hit me. She is doing the same thing what I am doing. How she's still able to manage and get staying connected with her friends and family. What is the different? And that time I realized it's not about the work, it's about the mindset. She valued relationships, which I had forgotten in pursuit of my professional excellence. I used to tell her that I am not good at this social stuff, and she used to reply me, Shubham, you don't need to be good. You just need to care. And that's how she helped me to rebuild those bridges which I had burnt in silence. And that's how gradually I started connecting with my friends, my loved ones again. And then I joined Toastmasters Gabbys, which was also actually outcome of that realization that how important it is to staying connected with people. And there I met my Toastmaster mentor Smruti Mohanty. Smruti lives in USA. So when first time I was elected to her and she was my mentor, I got to know. I thought how difficult it would be for us to staying connected because she lives in US. The timing zones are totally different. But not a single day I found this thing. I remember some weekdays, weekend meetings. I used to feel lazy. It's a weekend. Should I go for this meeting or not? And then I see her joining 10 a.m. meeting in India, where in the US it's actually midnight. I used to send her 6 to 7 minute video recordings of my speeches for her evaluation. And in revert, I used to get 7 to 8 minutes evaluation audio recordings, not only one, twice, two recordings with a message. Let me know if you still need any help. That kind of dedication she brings for her mentees. I'm really thankful to Smruti and whole Gabbys family who actually helped me to become a good speaker, a good thinker, and made me learn how to take feedback like a champ. So what I think about mentorship is it's not about just like sitting across a table and giving someone to advice. It's like walking beside someone and let them learn with some examples, some experiences. Like how my wife helped me to reconnect with people, Smruti helping me to reconnect with the stage. And that taught me a true mentor is not the one who gives you the answers. A true mentor is one who let you find those. And I wish I would become a same mentor like for someone someday. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful speech. I loved it. And I really say that. Same way, even I was, when I was doing my degree, I left all the contacts. I went nowhere. Everyone enjoying, my family was to go everywhere. But I never used to go for any wedding nor anywhere out of station. Only my books and my college and my studies. So that same thing I was also, and now I am also feeling that I've lost everything. Now I am connecting with everyone through Toastmasters. So that is the same story you and me have. Thank you for reminding me my that story. So now now we move to our second speaker. Let's confirm the second speaker, evaluator, Toastmaster Ashwini N, and second evaluator, Toastmaster Jain Joseph. Please confirm your presence.
Toastmaster Mita, I'm here.
Okay.
Me too.
Wow, thank you so much. After a long time. So now we have a Toastmaster Gaurav Babu is a design engineer and based in Bangalore, holds an undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering and a postgraduate degree in tool engineering. He is passionate about gaming, bike rides, and sketching. Eager to enhance his public speaking and leadership abilities. He joined Toastmaster Club and looks forward to making new friends. Wow. So now, Gaurav Babu, his path is presentation mastery. Level L2, project number P3. Project name, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. And project objective is, the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. And the purpose of this speech is for member to share some aspects of a previous experience as a protege. Timer, the speech duration will be 5 to 7 minutes. And the speech title is Mentors Everywhere. Here we are for the second speech. Toastmasters Gaurav Babu for his speech title, Mentors Everywhere. Mentors Everywhere, Toastmaster Gaurav Babu. The virtual stage is yours. Over to you.
It was during my third standard. I was mesmerized by the beauty of the marine life, all thanks to National Geography. I just loved how the marine creatures glided through the water and were so beautiful. And this made me to ask my father to get me a bowl of fish. And luckily he did get me a bowl of fish with about 5 in them. So I had 5 fishes in a bowl. And one day, one fish started getting round and round every other day. That's when my mom said, I think you'll have lots of fishes now. You'll have to take care of it. That hit me then, that the baby, that is a mother fish. I ran straight up to the pet store, got a nice tank, and I put the mother fish into the tank. Few days later, the mother fish gave birth to about 30 fishes. They were so tiny, hardly visible, trying to move around, flickering here and there. I was just so excited and happy. And one day, as usual, I went to my school in the morning, all excited. While returning back, I was as excited as well. But looking at the tank, it just shattered me. I was really disappointed because all the shoal of 30 fish, all of them had died. All of them were floating on the surface of water. I was so disappointed. The next day, I packed all the fish into the cover. I took it to the pet store. I kept it on the table and said, I'm done. I explained the incident to him and I said, I'm done. That's when the pet shop owner said, you have done a grave mistake. It's really simple to breed fish. It was just one wrong step that made you to lose all the baby fish here. He said, see, for a baby fish to grow, to live, have a longer life, you need to make sure that the environment or the aroma, it should have the aroma of the fish, but you poured in all fresh new water. that does not help. That is when it hit me. He gave back the fish to me and also gave me a pair of new fish for free. This time I knew what to do. 1 month later, another fish grew round and round. And this time I knew what to do, right? I made sure there was this aroma of the old fish. I poured in a little amount of old fish water and then topped it up with the fresh water. Luckily, the mother fish laid a couple of eggs and there were about 70 of them. Not 30, but 70. I was super excited this time. And in a week or so, those tiny fishes started growing and they started lighting up in the sense each and every fish had a distinct color. Anyone who entered our house could not take their eyes off the fish tank. And I feel at that moment, our house became more like a fish exhibit rather than a house. People were just amazed to look at the fish tank. That is when I met another pair of mentors or well-wishers, or so-called well-wishers, my friends. They saw a potential business. They said, Gaurav, what are you doing? You have a potential business out there, and what are you doing here? Go sell it. I just listened to them. I thought it was a good idea. I sold pretty much all the fishes. And I think I made up about 300 rupees, which was a lot back then. We used it to play games at the game store. I played a lot of PlayStation, and then we had a lot of food, all of which I sponsored. My friends here, were they good mentors? I'm not sure, but I did realize the difference between what a mentor was and what a well-wisher was. Mentors are the ones who have gained lots of experience and they know where you want to reach. They give you the path or they tell you how to reach there. On the other hand, well-wishers are the ones who might be there for their self-benefit, or some might be just clueless, just like my friends. It is very important to have a good environment as well. Just like how the shoal of fishes required an environment wherein they could thrive. We need to make sure we have a good environment around us. I believe having a good environment would help you gain access to a lot of good mentors. Good mentors help you reach the goal or at least move in the direction of the goal. So, even though we have our mentors all around, first, let's make sure we create a great, amazing environment around us to build or grow your connections. Growing more connections would help you find the right mentor for you. And this would help you access to the path of your goal. Kudos to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful speech again about the mentoring. Wow. I learned a lot of things from how to take a mentor, how to have a mentor. Good. Thank you for that. Let's give a round of applause for our speaker. Now we move to our third speaker. Let's confirm the third speaker's evaluator, Toastmaster Preet Paul, and second evaluator, Toastmaster Srivatsa Vasudevan. Please confirm your presence.
I am the fourth principal. I'm present.
I'm present as well.
Thank you. Now we come to the speaker number 3, Toastmaster Mohanty M. Originally from Andhra Pradesh and raised in Hyderabad, now based in Bangalore, holds a bachelor's degree in business management, 2 years of experience in digital marketing, and now working at Amazon as a senior marketing executive for the last 4 years. In his free time, enjoy traveling watching movies, and attending webinars of business and MarTech. His path is presentation mastery, level 2, L2, project P3, project name Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. Project objectives. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience at the project. Timer. The speech duration will be 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title, Mentorship Builds Better Speakers. Here we are for the third speaker, Toastmaster Mohanty. For his speech title, Mentorship Builds Better Speakers. Mentorship Builds Better Speakers, Toastmaster Mohanty.
Thank you,
TMR, virtual stage is yours. Over to you.
Thank you, TMOD, Mita M, for the brief introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We all need mentors in our every aspects of life, right? If you look around, top cricketers, actors, entrepreneurs have mentors. Even our Toastmasters, DTMs have mentors. If we want to become a better version in our life, we need to choose someone who are already expert. They can help with us to become better version. Now, I would like to ask two questions with audience. One, how many of you having mentors in personal and professional life, like financial management, other professional career, or else fitness journey? Anyone raise hand? How many of you have mentors? Thank you, Tim. How many of you are connecting with your mentors in Toastmaster once in a month, twice in a month? How many of you are connecting with your Toastmaster mentors? Thank you. I connect with my mentor twice in a month. Today, I would like to share about my Toastmaster mentorship journey, how it can be improved, better version of better speaker and build confidence. It's been 1 year in Toastmaster. I given 6 speeches, 1 TMOD and 1 GE role and couple of TAGL roles. Initially, I was feel difficult to find the topic and writing a draft speech. It took me weeks to prepare the draft speech and topic name. I used to reach out to my mentor 2 times. One is topic suggestion. Second is feedback on my draft speech. One day, I choose to do TMOD session. Then I had a conversation with our DTM Sourav Dutta. That time we both are discussing what topic I need to give. So we are discussing about my interest, passion, and everything. Either I can choose my domain field, other travel, other movies, or something. And he just identified I am more passionate about movies at Tollywood industry. He asked me, why don't you give the topic Tollywood film industry? You are more passionate about it, and it's a fun to the audience. During that speech, close to 3-4 days, I did a lot of research about the industry and learned many insights. Imagine, after that session, I really get the very good response. Very good response. That's how my build my confidence as well. Then I given more speeches. Last week, our Toastmaster Shilpa reached out to me. Mohan, is it possible to complete the 2 speeches in a week? She asked me. I was the last 1 year only given 6 speeches. How can I given 2 speeches within 1 week? I don't have the topic, I don't have the context, I don't have time to prepare also. She asked me, is there any challenges I can help you? Like what is the challenges you are facing? She asked me, I don't have the topic, I say. Then she asked me about the interest, what the domain you are working, I said recently I moved the domain to quick commerce. Then she asked me, why didn't you choose the topic quick commerce? It is a trending topic and will be very interesting to the audience as well. Then I given that, okay, I said. So next day I have a speech. Before they was writing the draft speech, next day early morning, I started preparing. Imagine the speech I need to give at 10 o'clock. I started preparing morning 6 o'clock. I have only 3 hours. I given my speech. I didn't given my best, but I really build a confidence. I can prepare a speech within 3 hours as well. Going further, I can finish 2 speeches in a 1 week also. That's how I build that confidence. So these are the mentors where you can suggest your passion. They will figure out your passion, your interest. That's how they select the topic. You can learn as well. I had the mentorship through Sandeep, Lakshmi, Sujata, and our DTMs Nancy, Sourav, and recently Shilpa. So from these, I really learned very valid feedback. Like I was fast speaking, I need to build a story, narrative, engage with the audience. The story I need to connect it with the audience and question. These are the things I got the feedback. I slowly improved, not 100% to become a better version. That's how I build a better version. Coming back to the conclusion, I would request each and everyone who are new to the Toastmasters, please connect with our mentors, understand your areas of strength and improvement, and connect weekly once or monthly thrice whenever you have a time. Get these things. If the mentor is not right fit for you, reach out to your president, a Toastmaster higher level club presidents, and ask them to relevant mentors. You can also request who can help you in both ways, mentor professionally and personally. Then how you can become a better version personally and professional as well. For example, I can choose someone who are expert in public speaking and marketing domain knowledge as well. That's how I build my both knowledges, professional and personally. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful speech. Even I learned, yes, all the 3 speeches was about mentors. So mentors, yes, I agree with that. And we need a mentor for everything. In Toastmasters, especially, we need a mentor as well as we need everywhere, wherever we go for learning or anything we do, we need someone to guide us. So this is a very important, like mentor is a very important in our life. Without Guru, there is no knowledge. I believe always that. So next timer, all other speakers within the time, is there any disqualification? Timer.
No, all are qualified.
Thank you. So Zoom moderator, a Zoom master can launch the poll for the best speaker. By that time, we are just having a 5 minutes break. Let's join everyone back after 5 minutes. So it's 8:28. So we will meet back at 8:33.
Sudhir, can you make me the co-host?
Second session. So now we have a second session, very interesting session. Are you ready? Are you all ready?
Yes.
Audience, are you ready?
Yes.
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 Great. We are all ready. Now we are going to start some brain teasing work. Let's have some few game time. So let's have some time. Let's train our brain, putting on our think caps and expressing ourselves. So dance have several forms. There are several forms of dance, both in national and international. So now, can anyone name which is the national dances, and some can name international dances, because it's an international dance day. So let's name it. So from the audience, let me raise your hand and start speaking. Anyone from the audience? It's opportunity. Shall I call each one, or you will raise your hand? You can answer for this. Which dance is your favorite? If you know that.
National dance
or
of India
international?
is National dance of India is Bharatanatyam.
Wow. Yes. Then
International, I don't know.
no
But
problem.
I like
National,
folk dance.
traditional, you can say any dance.
I like normal folk dance.
Good. Then
For example, tango, it's a good dance.
yes, international dance. Wow.
Yeah, you have jive, you have waltz, you have foxtrot, you have a lot of dance actually.
Yes, name it.
Yeah.
So that
Salsa
everyone
in
can-
international dance forms. Yeah, salsa, jive.
ballet.
Yes.
And in India, I think folk dances, we have garba and dandiyas and a lot of them actually, which are brilliant dances. Yeah.
Indian dances. Yes, we love all that. But even we have not forget, because nowadays everywhere we are all are learning salsa, belly dance, then different forms of dances everywhere. So even in our school, we teach for kids also the dance, belly dance, because it's keeping their concentration and focus. Their toe, they have to keep the balancing the whole body, and they have to focus on that. So which you have learned recently? Anyone? So anyone has learned any dance? It's a holidays, vacation, and summer vacation. Maybe you have learned, or you're sending your kids for dance class, because it's a very good physical fitness.
No specific name, but I dance with whatever tune that my son danced in his school.
No problem. That is also dance. That is your own dance. There also you are moving your hands, and you are keeping your feet, like working with your movement of the body. So that gives you a fitness, as well as your music. So it gives you a lot of things. And there is a connection between Toastmasters and the dance. Is it? Can you guess that? Anyone can guess and let me know.
Recently, I started dancing. If you have come to any division contest, division B or anything, you may have seen me in dancing.
Yes.
This is the first time I'm dancing in my life. I took the stage for Corona, and I'll be dance.
So how you enjoyed? Did you enjoy?
I really enjoyed a lot because I never dancing before in my lifetime on a stage. This is the first time I'm dancing. So Toastmaster gave me an opportunity. So I like the dance. And we
Wow.
are
Let's give a round of applause, because Toastmasters, you came, you learned to speak also, and you learned to dance also. So it's what a combination it is. That there is a coincidence, and it's a very good opportunity you got it, right? Anyone else like this can share your story. Come and speak out. All who all are in the video or not in video, please speak.
I love freestyle dancing because there no one is judging you, specifically
Yes.
in marriage and all.
Yes, that is there. And in dance, no action is important, not even thing. You have your own story. You have a sad moment, you will dance, you will become fresh. You have a sweet memory, or you are very happy, you will start dancing. And if just now our peers, they had kept a music, imagine your mind started dancing little bit, hand movement or any movement. Is it?
Yeah.
Correct? Yes, that is the music gives us hand movement or body movement or some or the other movement, or our mind starts working. So that is only the impact of dance. And same thing we have impact on our Toastmasters, because impact, it gives us a lot of impact. Toastmasters, just now we heard so many speeches. So from that, let us ask, now anyone can say, okay, what is the Toastmaster and dances have several things in common. What is the common both Toastmasters and dance as connection?
I think
Think and just,
expression.
huh?
Expression.
Yes.
Expressing yourself, actually.
Then so many things.
Your body language.
Storytelling.
Yes. Great. Then
Body language. Body language.
true.
And the audience also.
Of course. And if the audience is not there, family also you need. So Toastmaster, yes, audience is more important. Yes, then we have our speaking also. Speech, we need audience. And dance also, we need audience. Correct. Then
It needs preparation, both Toastmaster and dances.
yes, practice, practice, practice.
Both are
So
expressions of language. Both are expression of language in a different
yes,
dimension.
yes, it's art. So both is art. One is art with communication, and one is art with the feet or the body. The whole story is narrated with the expressions. Correct. So now you heard the story, all the speeches, 3 speeches. Let's ask from that. So the communication is like words. We speak and we give verbal. And in dances, we do actions like non-verbal is more. Now, how mentoring plays an important role in Toastmasters and the life of dancer? What is the connection of mentoring and Toastmasters as well as the dancers? Anyone from the audience who is not, just now we heard the speeches. We can relate that and you can give answers. How you, it is your opinion, your perception. You can tell anything. So can I pick anyone? Or JJ, Jian Joseph. Share your way, your thoughts.
You're asking me the question on what is common between Toastmaster mentoring and dancing.
Yes. How it is common? Do you feel that it's common? It's your view.
Yeah, so many things, right? Like in whether it's communication or dancing or any skill for that matter, we will not break our own limitations unless we have a mentor or guide to show us that we have those limitations and that can be broken. So for any skill, any art, anything in this life, I believe you need a guide, a guru or a mentor to break your own limitations and move ahead.
Thank you so much. That's a very great answer you have given. Now, anyone guest can answer this. It's a very important. You are working in the office or you are working anywhere at home also or any place. So can you answer me that how does teamwork helps in Toastmaster and in dancing group? Even in Toastmaster also can answer whoever. Like what is the teamwork? How it is helping teamwork? Anyone?
Rhythm and tempo are common in both. Both rhythm and tempo plays a major role in both. Because of that,
Yeah, it's a great tool for teamwork because you need to know where to lead and where to follow, and you have to agree on the steps to get a good result.
Yes, great answers. That is true because teamwork is more important. See, today we need a meeting or a sessions we want to happen in Toastmasters. We need a teamwork. And we have to gather all the role takers and then we have the meeting. Otherwise, we can't hold the meeting. At same place in the dance, if they are dancing in a troupe, they need everything. Mentor, the dress costume designer, and what they have to do, stage, everyone, they need the mic, then musicians, all this thing is there then only. If not, they are dancing at home or anywhere, but they need some music. If it is not there, they need some mouth music song. They will be singing and they'll be dancing by their own. But that both has a common thing that they have a teamwork and the dance performance goes a long way. So do you agree, no? Yes. Next, one more from the thing we'll ask from those who have not answered and come just now. They can say, how does feedback help in Toastmaster and in dance? Anyone? Dave Kamli is a new member. He can answer.
Okay. So I think feedback is very crucial because it actually helps you to reflect and go within yourself and take those necessary steps, baby steps perhaps, but then take those necessary steps to improvise yourself. Be it dance, be it Toastmaster, or be it anything in life for that matter. Feedback is a very crucial element. Yeah.
So there is both connected, no?
Very well connected, actually. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. Good answer. Anyone else? Okay, now do you agree that practice makes a man perfect in Toastmaster and in dance? If yes, just give one small short answer. Anyone? Today, you have seen the speakers, what they have done. I can ask Sher Khan or anyone else, Pallavi Agarwal, Kusuma, anyone can say, answer this.
Yeah, except body pains, rest are same.
Yes, practice. I'm just asking how to agree. Practice makes a man perfect in Toastmaster and in dance. How they are interconnected.
Yes, if we practice dance, there is a possibility of vulnerability of body pains, but in Toastmasters, we don't have that. Except that practice makes man perfect.
Yes. I agree.
Women
Only
also,
thing,
sorry.
huh? Yes.
Not only man, women also.
Perfect. No, the man means it's a proverb. No, man, practice makes man perfect. So that's what I'm saying, how it interconnected with Toastmasters and the dance. For anyone, like anyone who's doing practice, how it makes them perfect at dance and in Toastmasters. So whether it is interconnected, how? So do you agree with that? So that is the thing that, yes, without practice, you can't deliver your speeches. And without practice, you can't give your dance performance on the concert or anywhere on the stage. So both are taking the stage and both require practice. So same thing we are also following in Toastmasters and the dance. Both are interconnected. Now we have a second session. Let's begin to our second session. It's a very important session, and that is a feedback session. Let's come back to our session. Like we shall now begin with the most important session is the evaluation session. So let's hand over the stage to our general evaluator with that TAGL team and our evaluators of the speakers. The virtual stage is yours. General evaluator, Toastmaster Nazir Hussain.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Mita M. I'm back here again with a bang. Yes, after all, so much of questionnaires. There are answers here for all your questions right here with the evaluators. To begin with the first evaluation for the first speaker, Toastmaster Shubham Somani. The first evaluator is Toastmaster Sudharma P. Can we have your evaluation report, please?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Learning beyond books, Toastmaster Shubham. I can resonate with your speech 100% because your speech reminded me my journey of CA with this Christmas lunch, which I skipped with my civilians, and I was studying at a corner. Well done, Toastmaster Shubham, describing with this descriptive language, isolated bubbles, and hard work with sky rocket, and it gave a sense of how hard the CA journey. And what I like in this speech, when you talk about your mentor, you didn't tell us this is my mentor. You described your mentor, detailed description. I was thinking, who is this mentor? Then only you said, this is my wife. That was my mentor. The descriptive part is well organized, Toastmaster Shubham. It gave us a curiosity. And what I like in your speech next, the role play. When you talk to yourself, Shubham, please wait. This will be over. You talk to yourself and gave was a role play. And when your wife is talking to you, Shubham, it is not about good or bad, it is about caring. You gave us another role play to break the monotonous. That two descriptive languages and role play added color to your speech to understand and sense your speech to the maximum. Well done, Toastmaster Shubham, for achieving your project objectives, describing your mentor-mentee relationship with two examples. Toastmaster Shubham, to describe this mentor-mentee relationship more, I have two recommendations. First one, I heard, yes, I want to be a mentor to others. You said it. I felt what you want to tell the audience, what you want us to do. We can say like Toastmasters, I wanted to be a mentor to others. What about you? You also wanted to be a mentor to others or be a good mentee and be a good mentor in future. Please think about it. We can say like that. Next one, I heard your mentor-mentee relationships. You described it well. But I felt, what was the emotions behind that? What did you feel when you experienced this connection with your old friends and your relatives? What did you feel? What was that reaction you got? And when you talk about your Toastmaster mentor, she gave you points. How did you implement it? From which point to which point did you feel that you have improved? In your next speech, did you feel, I want to see that what are the examples in your speech you want to describe? All in all, Toastmaster Shubham, it was a great speech and you describe it very and role play. We can work on these example sites with emotions and call of actions. All the best for your future speeches. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudharma Pereira, for your clinical evaluation, for what we could say. Very rightly, you have given him all the points. But one suggestion from my end is, had the speaker mentioned one narrative where his mentor helped him when he is caught in some situation, both in personal and professional, that had he shared would have been more inspiring to the audience over here. That part was missing. Otherwise, the great evaluation. Please be here. Let's go to the second evaluator of the day. The second evaluator is distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. The stage is yours, sir.
I knew how to reconcile a balance sheet, but I forgot how to balance relationships. A raise of hand for anyone and everyone in this room, genuinely, if you had this problem in your life. Sometime, somewhere, balancing relationships. I think today, Toastmaster Shubham showed us a mirror. And what I loved about his speech is that there was absolute humility and honesty in his speech. He never tried to say that, I am doing a great job in balancing relationships. Come, learn from me. He exposed his vulnerabilities. He made some honest confessions about the challenges that he's facing. And he used various types of speech rhetorics while doing that. He had a subtle use of humor when he said that, like every other person, like the Gabbys, was a chartered accountant, as in the Gabbys, or the role play that he used. So all of that was absolutely well done. Now, a couple of recommendations I do have for Toastmaster Shubham. The first one is, because he is attempting role plays, I believe he has the ability to stretch it a little bit more, have a little bit more in terms of body language, in terms of eye contact, proper eye contact. And if you go back and check your video, Toastmaster Shubham, you will clearly see that the eye contact was always slightly off. You were never looking at the camera, not when you were being yourself, not when you were doing a role play. So I was utterly confused in terms of where exactly are you trying to look even as a role play character. The second thing is about the body language. Your entire hand movement was restricted to something like here. You could have used the hand movement for a variety of different kind of portrayals. Like, for example, when you talked about building bridges, right? So you could have talked about, bringing the two hands together and show how to build the bridges, right? Or making that connection. Somewhere these portrayals are possible using a better usage of your hand. In terms of content, I have one recommendation. You said that your wife helped you build the bridges. It would have been great if you would have given us one example of how she did that, because that would have been a very key learning for us. So all in all, a very balanced speech, Toastmaster Shubham, nothing less than we would expect from a chartered accountant. And you delivered that. Your speech had good humor, humility, honesty, some real challenges that you talked about, and but I think where you could have done better is in terms of usage of your hand gestures, in terms of your eye contact, and if you would have told us how exactly did your wife help you in building bridges, that would have been fantastic. Thank you so much for delivering a speech with absolute honesty. We loved it when you said, what does a mentor mean for you? Because for me, this speech means a lot in terms of reflection. Thank you. Back to you, Chairman.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. I appreciate your honest evaluation to the speaker. You really gave him the exact applicable situation where he need to improvise himself. I had already mentioned him also to share one instance where his wife and her friend, whom he was imbibed in continuing as chartered accountant. It's very well. Being on the video, it's difficult to share your eye contact and hand gesture with a background which is black. I think you should always keep it little brighter so that you are visible. That's the only one suggestion. Otherwise, very well defined evaluation from both the evaluators. And it's a great speech by the speaker. I'm sure the speaker will imbibe these suggestions in his next speech and be a great speaker in years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for both the speaker and the two evaluators. Now let's go to the second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Gaurav Babu, and to evaluate, the first speaker is Toastmaster Ashwini N. Can you have your evaluation report, please?
Yes. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Gaurav, on the topic mentors everywhere. Kudos to you on selecting the topic which was connecting to the purpose and also very inspiring, right? So you are a great storyteller, Gaurav, and we have all been seeing that with all your speeches. And today, no different. So to start off with what you were good at, you had really great elaboration during the speech. So you started off from Marine Drive to getting the fishes to your home, the fish bowl, and taking that to the business. So great elaboration on that. And you had good hand gestures. So your hands were speaking as you were narrating the story. So which was good engagement for all of us. And the third good thing I noticed was you brought in good connections. You spoke about well wishers, you spoke about mentors. So you differentiated according to you what is a well wisher and a mentor. And you also spoke about how good environment matters to find good mentors. So these were few takeaways, and well done on that. Coming to the part where you can work better is the first and foremost is the purpose was missing, Toastmaster Gaurav. If you go back to your evaluation report and relook at it, the purpose of this speech is for you to clearly define how Toastmasters mentoring, how you envision Toastmaster mentoring, right? So we could understand the mentoring part from your story, but the connection between the story and the mentorship you're getting in Toastmaster, that was missing. So that's one suggestion to you. And coming back to the general suggestion as a speech, the vocal variety. So as you're giving more and more speeches as the under the path, please do work on the vocal variety. You are great at hand gestures, so if you can also add vocal variety in your speech. So for example, when you said, when I saw all the fishes floating, I felt devastated. I felt it was a little monotonous. If you can add a emotion to it, something like, when I saw all the fishes floating, I felt devastated. You see the difference, right? So that part you can add. And you had a great start with an engaging story with great elaboration, so we could all imagine, we were all hooked to your story. But as the speech progressed, the flow got disrupted. The words were not adding up, the sentences, uh, I felt somewhere it was disconnected. So if you can go back to your script and see where is this hook missing, that would help you, maybe better your speeches in the upcoming speech. So these are the suggestions. All in all, you are a great storyteller. If you can work on your vocal variety and get the speech right with the right call of action, and please stick to the purpose. With that, you can sail through this speech. With that, and I hand over the stage back to the general evaluator. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to evaluate your speech. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini, for your wonderful evaluation. As I'm not supposed to evaluate the speaker, but I can add some elements in your evaluation report. As the speaker spoke, you mentioned is a natural speaker. He started with his story of a fish. You covered all the aspects, but he really mentioned the differentiation between a well-wisher and a mentor. How did he come to that conclusion? What was his personal experience? What well-wishers did it to him? And what mentor changed his perspective of his life? That could have added more value to his speech. That one line was between. Otherwise, great speech, great evaluation. I'll come back to again for a big round of applause. Let me go to the second evaluator of the day, Toastmaster John Joseph.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Gaurav, you have got a wonderful evaluation, and your evaluator has almost considering all the 360 aspects of the speech that you gave. So I'm going to go in detail, in niche, and I'm going to divide it into content, structure, conclusion, and title. These are the 4 aspects I'll talk about. Before that, let me tell you what I loved about your speech is the descriptive language which you used. You used beautiful descriptive languages showing how the fishes were lighting up. I felt like I was in your living room. I felt like I was seeing the way you were interacting with your father, the way you were interacting with the shopkeeper. So you have that ability to use beautiful language. Keep that up, and I hope you come back in all your speeches with that lovely descriptive language usage. Okay. Now coming to content. The purpose. We already spoke about the purpose by the previous evaluator. So here's the point. Your experience as a prodigy, that was completely missing in the evaluation, in the speech. Okay, I understood what you felt when the shopkeeper helped you, but what did you learn? Did that learning help you to go back and find more mentors? Connecting now this to the title. Okay, the title was Mentors Everywhere. I wish you could have spoken about more mentors in your life, right? I'm sure from that child who got that shopkeeper as a mentor to this Gaurav Babu who is standing before me, you must have had experience with a lot of mentors in your life. So if your title is Mentors Everywhere, if you could have added 2 to 3 examples of mentors throughout your life, perhaps, in childhood, somebody, as a teenager, somebody else, as in your career, somebody else, in your relationship, somebody else, that would have, authenticated and justified the title, which was Mentors Everywhere. So that connection of the content with the title was missing. When it comes to structure, I felt there was a lot of disconnect between the different phases you were talking about. Like, for example, there was a fish story, and then suddenly the story went from fish to mentor to a good environment. So now, as an audience, I'm thinking, is finding a mentor important? Is that the message you're telling me? Or having a good environment is important? Is that the message you're telling me? And then the good environment is important to get a good mentor, or a good environment is important for me to survive like the fish, or will I die? So, the clarity. This is where the clarity comes. Because there is a disconnect, end of the day, the clarity was missing. So this is the second. I'm going deep here. Okay, the second point. The third was the conclusion. You concluded really well, but then in the end, you said kudos to everyone. Why? Why are you congratulating people rather than saying kudos to everyone? If you could have concluded on a line like, you know what, go and make that environment to find the right mentor. Or if the message is, go and find the right mentor so that your fishes live and you are not responsible for anybody's demise, death, or destruction, something of that sort, right? So that conclusion should connect to the entire topic. That I felt was missing. I know I'm going really deep here, and I'll tell you, I loved your speech, and your previous evaluator has given you all the beautiful and worthy, what do you say, positive this. I'm just going deep here. So think about the purpose content, the disconnect, which leads to, disclarity, and of course, connect the title with your content and conclusion. And I'll tell you, the same speech, beautiful stories, come back with a little more of mentors, and it justifies the entire topic that you have chosen. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster John Joseph. You justified your evaluation to the speaker. As you use the sandwich method of doing the evaluation and a proper message to the speaker. I am sure he will conclude in his next speeches. But as both the evaluators said, the facial expression of that excitement and the sadness when all the fishes die, that was missing totally. And the structure of the speech is not aligned with the story that you already mentioned it. Great evaluation, great story. Keep the rounding applause to both the evaluators and the speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go to the third and the last speaker of the day, Toastmaster Mohan Rao, for whom the first evaluator is Toastmaster Preetpal Kaur.
Hello. Hi. My target, my target speaker, Toastmaster Mohan. Today, you exemplified Sir Isaac Newton's words. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. What a speech. You showcased your journey beautifully, where you shared how your mentors in Toastmasters have helped you build your confidence and move ahead in your journey. And I must say that you have done full justice to your purpose, not just of the project, but also of the speech. A few things that you stood and gave the speech showed us your entire body language, which is a real good positive. You also were able to start your speech with questions which really resonated well with the audience. And the final thing, that you had a call for action, and not just any call for action. You actually gave clarity in the call for action, personal, professional, ask for help when needed. And I think you did it really well. Your title and your speech connected with each other beautifully. So I think those are the things that you have done wonderfully well, and great job done there. However, a few areas that I think you can do better. When you initially started, you started like this, and it seemed as if you were clapping. Of course, your body language got better and as the speech progressed. But initially, when you started like this, it just gave me a slight thing like, why is he clapping? So that is something that you need to improve upon. Your conclusion was not as strong as your initiation. So you could have had a better and stronger conclusion because you stopped at yellow. You had at least a minute, 45 seconds to a minute more. So you could have had a better conclusion, or rather a stronger conclusion. A few things here and there about voice modulation and pauses would have added dramatics to your speech, and it would have taken it to a different level altogether. In conclusion, I would just say one thing, that pay attention to these small nuances about body language, about pauses, about your voice, and about grammar. There were some areas where you were using wrong grammar, where your sentences were awkward. How can I give in more speeches? How could I give more speeches? And I'm sure you know this. If you would have read your speech and practiced it after reading it more number of times, you would have not made these mistakes. One feedback that you had asked me to share was, last time you got a feedback that you were speaking very fast. So this time you were not speaking fast, but there were some places when you increased your speed, there were errors creeping in. So speak slowly, add some dramatization, proper hand gestures, voice modulation, and you have a winner speech on you. Thank you. All the best.
Mr. Pitpalkar, that was wonderful evaluation. You covered all the aspects of the speaker for which he has agreed. I can see he was nodding his head. I think the only message what was missing in his speech was the lessons learned from mentors. That focus on that mentors was a little haywire. Why the mentor is required and what they learned. That was slightly missing. That's okay. Nevertheless, they'll truly implement in the next speeches. We'll go to the next second evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Srivastava Vasudeva.
Thank you, General Evaluator Nasir. Toastmaster Mohan, you started your speech with a wonderful tempo, with a loud voice, which was very clear. And that made sure that you continued that voice throughout your speech. That's a very strong voice, and I appreciate that you took that stand throughout the speech. Throughout the speech, you were your speech was very clear. It was we did not have any confusions in understanding you, except in some instances. What was more notable for me was that your speech was very relatable to all Toastmasters. All of us in this journey have a mentor and have our experience with that mentor. So as such, it was a wonderful, relatable speech. Your title of the speech also told us what you are going to talk about it. And after all, in Toastmasters, we are all in for to become a better speakers. What I loved about you is when you asked questions, you took time out from your speech to make sure that you get a response. And when some of us raised hands, you made sure to acknowledge the fact that we raised hands. This acknowledgement of audience is very, very important. And you made sure that you did that. If I have to find some recommendations for you or things that I would have loved to see better in you, it is your start. You started when the TMOD was still trying to introduce and talk about your title. You have your time actually starts when you speak first, right? So you need not be worried about the time. You can always stand there, smile, take your time. The reason I say this is your start is more gives the maximum impression to the audience. So always take some time. It's okay if you wait for 10 more seconds and then start. Second thing that I would like to recommend is you were looking down on the camera. So sometimes when you made your hands looked way bigger than your body. That kind of puts the audience in an online format a little back because the gestures seem inappropriate in some cases. So try to elevate the laptop to a height where it is in line with your eyes so that you are visible easily and you are not, that's very important when you do it online. A couple of things like Toastmaster, the previous evaluator mentioned, when you were fast, you had certain questions like how many of you meet a month once a week? That question was not clear. In such cases, you could go slow and frame those questions in asking how often do you connect with your mentor, every day, weekly or monthly? That would be a better structure. Overall, the speech was good. Definitely you meet the target. What I would have I loved your voice, your energy, the fact that you acknowledge all your mentors. I would have loved it more if there was the proper camera angle. You took some little time to speak slow where in certain instances, and more importantly, make sure that you had more meaningful gestures towards the camera that would have enhanced the impact of the speech. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Toastmaster Srivastava, that was an amazing evaluation. You diligently gave the required inputs to the speaker where he has to properly inculcate the same in the future. Overall, the speech was with the theme mentorship builds better speakers. The conclusion was missing with a message to the audience. Overall, all the speeches today was concerned with to the mentors and the mentorship. Mentor and mentorship does not mean only with the Toastmasters. The mentor starts from the your early age with your parents, your teacher, your friends, and well-wishers. We could have seen some more of these characters would have been added into the speeches that would have made little difference, because mentor is not only from Toastmasters, it could be from any angle of your life. That would have, that message was missing. Anyway, all the three great speeches, great messages. We will surely come back with better and very prominent message setting speeches. Let's give a big round of applause for all the speakers and the evaluators for the day. Now let me go to our TAGL teams. We have been waiting anxiously to share the reports. The timer of the day, Toastmaster Mamata Jain.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nasir. Let's see how well we danced with the clock today. Here is the timer's report. Most of all speakers were within the time limits, except Toastmaster John Joseph. And that wraps up the timer's report. Thank you for your attention and keep the momentum going. Over to you, Toastmaster Nasir. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mamata, for a very crisp and short report. You look very confident and very brave to present that presentation. Let's go to our counter of the Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi.
Yeah, I will just share my screen. Yeah, hope my screen is visible right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So first, I would like to congratulate all the speakers who had less number of filler words, which is Toastmaster Mamata, Shravan, Prasang, Sudharma Pereira, DTM Sourav Dutta, Smruti, and followed by Joanne Joseph, Pritpal Kaur, and Nasir Hussain. I will also be sharing this report in the chat window for all your reference. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you for your lovely report. Let's go to the Grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Sravan.
Toastmaster Nasir, I'm going to share my screen. Can somebody give me the screen sharing option, the Viewmaster? May I
You already
request you
have
to...
the access, Toastmaster Shravan.
No, I'm getting post disabled participant screen sharing. Can you recheck?
Yes.
Can you reconfirm?
Yeah, we have made you the co-host.
Okay. Still, screen is popping up with the post.
Okay, we're making the arrangement. Meanwhile, I would request you to please continue.
Now it's done.
Yeah,
Done.
now I can. Now I can. Yeah. Is my screen visible to you all? Can somebody confirm?
Yes,
Is my screen?
yes.
Yeah. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, today's word of the day is tempo. I have chosen this word of the day in alignment with the theme of the session. So I can see a very few people few members use this word of the day. Toastmaster Mita used, and myself has used, and Toastmaster Sree has used. Please excuse me in case if I missed any of them. I could not pay the attention. So coming to the good usages in today's meeting are, Toastmaster Mita used a few good vocabulary like buffer time, passionate, wonderful, agree with that, movement, impact. Toastmaster Nasir used ensure, linguistic, add some elements, differentiation, aligned aspects. Toastmaster Sourav used ability, stretch little bit more, eye contact, utterly confused. This is very nice word I heard today. And variety and humility and absolute honesty. And Toastmaster Gaurav Babu mesmerized and aroma, environment, distinct color, amazed to look at, kudos, devastated. These are the few good usages from Toastmaster Gaurav's speech. And Toastmaster Shubham used opted and nightmares, sky high, eventually, calm down, isolated, bubble, isolated bubble. This is a new word I heard. It is very nice. And reconcile. Toastmaster Mohan used a better version, conversion, passion, areas of strength. Toastmaster Sudharma resonate, well done, descriptive, well organized, curiosity, emotions behind that. Toastmaster Ashwini used kudos, inspiring, elaboration, takeaways, envision. Envision is also very nice word. And disruptive, disrupted, disconnected, hook was missing, right call of action. Toastmaster Joanna used descriptive, felt like, ability, prodigy. This is a very nice word, prodigy, disconnect, and clarity. And Toastmaster Preetpal showcased move ahead, justice, resonate, call for action. This is also a nice word. And Toastmaster Srivatsa used tempo and confusion, some instances, notable, relatable to acknowledgement, impression, way bigger than the body. This is very nice place and align. And a few rhetorical questions were used by guess what, I thought, how difficult it is connected. So these are all I have listed here. In the interest of time, I'm just showing you here, and I will share this report over chat. And these are all the rhetorical devices used and recommendations as recommended by uh, evaluators. Kudos to everyone. Ending with this kudos to everyone is not a good usage. And thanks for your attention can be used instead of that. How can I give in instead of that? How can how can I give? This is tense issues, grammatical issues. These are all my recommendations. This is the report from the grammarian for today, and I will share this report to you. And over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster.
Master Saravana, it was one of the finest reports, such a long and lengthy and very educative. Thanks for sharing this. Do you all know that the first founder of Grammarian is an Indian? Yes, you heard me right. He was an Indian scholar and a grammarian. He wrote about 4,000 rules and words in Sanskrit in 5th century, which was used by till today in the Western world, even in NASA, and to create artificial intelligence. Till date, it's been used. That's for the just information. Let's go to the listener of the day, Toastmaster Prasang Mani.
Thank you, General Evaluator Nasi. So I would like to welcome everyone to the interesting section of the Toastmaster meeting, that is the listener section. And before I start asking the question to everyone, there's a request I would like to make that if the question is related to you, please do not answer the question. Okay, so starting in the first question, which year Toastmaster started?
1924.
1924.
Yeah, correct. Uh, Moving to the second question, what was the speech title of first speaker? Anybody? Okay, so it was like learning beyond books. Moving to the third question, Gaurav Babu in his speech mentioned that his fish gave birth to how many baby fish?
30.
Yeah, correct. What was the speech title of third speaker?
Well, mentor everywhere.
Yeah, correct. No, what?
Mentor everywhere is second speaker.
Yeah, right.
Third speaker.
Okay, it's like
Mentors build
mentor
better
say.
speeches.
Yeah, right, right. I think it's evaluated. Okay. Now the last question. Who is the mentor of Shubham in Toastmaster?
Toastmaster Smruti.
Yeah, correct. So based on the responses I received, I think there was one response I did not got the correct, and also one response was given by the evaluator. I think which is not right. So I think we need to focus more on during the meeting so that we can answer all the question of the listener. But yeah, everybody is a listener. Yeah. Over to you.
Thank you. The listener, yes, the warning, we should be more great listeners for these meetings. With that, let's give a big round of applause for the TAGL team. They have done a wonderful job. I think in the interest of time, we have about 6 minutes. Yes. Starting with Sergeant and Tom Toastmaster Srihari Acharya. You started the meeting right bang at 7:30 p.m. IST. You had a profound and a great voice to start the meeting with great energy, and you also were kind enough to read the club mission. Many of us do forget the club mission. That's the basic essence of our Toastmaster meeting. All the roles perfectly defined. You also rules were perfectly defined. And your introduction to the presiding officer was excellent and with your profound voice. Only one suggestion is for you to is such at a time, please keep smiling. Smiling improves the patient value. That's it. Otherwise, a great job. Let's give him also a big round of applause. Now we go to the presiding officer, the Toastmaster, Smruti Mohanty. That's the way a presiding officer should start a meeting. You appreciated Sergeant at Arms for his welcoming you onto the stage, and you introduced all the audience, and also you spoke about your club, Gabbys, achievements, which the chain of clubs, which is three now, most probably it will go to increasing level in the coming years. And the words you used in your complete speech was so flawlessly going, as if the two rivers joined the confluence of two rivers with the smoothness and the rhythm of the water. That's how it was going, so that it keeps the audience attracted towards you to listen what's coming next. You very well defined all the hard work and the commitment which your club has gained, because achievement doesn't come by chance. It comes by hard work and commitment. That I can see it visibly appearable in Gabby's approach. That was a great message, great design. And you also introduced the Toastmaster Sapna, who is again joined back the Gabby's club, the home of champions. That's very well defined. And I'm very sure distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta will be victorious in the district table topic contest. We wish him all the best. What one suggestion I could recommend is you could mention one small personal story on the theme. What is dancing feet, speaking hearts helped you, and how did you come to Toastmasters? If that message would have been there, it would have been brilliant. Otherwise, nothing to give. A big round of applause. A great speech as a presiding officer. Let's go to the Toastmaster of the day, the bigger role and the bigger role player. Toastmaster Mita Shah, are you here? Yes. Dressed for the occasion, beautiful narration, calm and composed. The way you spoke, all the audience was just gluing at you. What is coming next? You spoke about the theme, and the theme was resonating to the today's International Dance Day. You asked few questions on dance, and people responded to you to the various form of dance. That was the theme, and united all the speakers with X. The transition from one speaker to another speaker was eminently brilliant. It's brilliance. That's what each speaker needs when it comes on the stage to speak. That was very well defined, and you motivated each and every speaker. I could see that you are a legend. I could say that because many are getting inspired by you, including me. Your commitment and dedication really speaks volumes. When I saw you in one of the contests, you had met with an accident with a broken leg, you came and delivered the speech. That's the commitment and that's the hard work what Gabbys is talking about today. That's really hats off to you, Pastor Natasha. Your selection of theme was really nice. I really love this because it's more than the poetic, it's powerful. Dancing feel freedom of expression here today with all the speakers. And speaking hard reminds of the best speeches and the best role plays they have given to all the audience today, how this theme is influenced us in our daily life. Beautiful theme. And really, I've got kudos to you. All were excellently done. A lot to learn from you rather than giving suggestions. But yet, I have two suggestions for you. You could have mentioned what is the role of evaluator 1 and evaluator 2? Because basically all Toastmasters have one evaluation. But for the Gabbys, why are you having two? Audience would want to know. There are two different evaluators, what they evaluated, that was missing. And your break, after the break to inviting the general evaluation, you took almost 14 minutes. I felt personally that was a little bit longer. Lot of question. Yes, you could have had about 5 to 7 minutes, and then even these invited general event. That's my personal opinion. I don't know how Gabby's work, but it was about almost 12 to 14 minutes. But otherwise, nothing to take away great effort and great commitment. A speaker and a role player and a toastmaster like Mita M. We all get inspired, and we do follow you to get more inspired. Ladies and gentlemen, she deserves something very big. Overall, the perspective of the meeting was so commanding with the hearts and the feet. I loved the theme and the audience and the great audience who were there to deliver and also share their experiences very well, whether it is mentor or their home, personal, professional. Brilliant to listen. But just hope we have crossed the time. That's the end of my session. I'll hand it over back to the presiding officer, Toastmasters.
Thank you, General Evaluator, along with your team for such a wonderful feedback for us to improve in our future meetings. Timer, are all the evaluators within the time? Okay, timer is given. Now let's have a poll. Zoom Master launch the poll for best evaluator, role takers, and auxiliary role. Now, few key points of the theme. The dance and communication are deeply interrelated, functioning as a powerful form of verbal and non-verbal communication. To conclude this, 1 minute. To conclude this, dance teaches about music, rhythm, and beat, and Toastmaster help us to learn time management and our counter and all these roles, what we are learning as a TAGL role and that. To conclude, Toastmasters and dance both are art. Toastmaster International is primarily known for public speaking and leadership development. Dance is sometimes incorporated into club activities, particularly during social events. We have a coronation, in that also we'll be having that celebration, and to enhance the overall atmosphere. It can be a way to promote fun and engagement among members. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed being a Toastmaster of the day for today's special day as an International Dance Day. Now I call upon our presiding officer, Toastmaster Smruti S. Mohanty. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mita. Can we hear it for our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mita M. once again, for letting us know the so much correlation between Toastmasters and dance form in many such parameters. Okay, time towards the end of the meeting. You see the polls in respective category. Please do share your votes for your favorite one on the category which is on your screen right away. Meanwhile, let me go back and have a quick chat with few of you to understand how was your experience with another meeting of the Gabbys family. May I request Toastmaster Preetpal? Toastmaster Preetpal, I saw you after a tiny gap in the meeting, in our meeting. How was your experience? Would you like to quickly share a thought or two?
Well, I think I loved the experience, and I think when somebody asked me to be the evaluator, I kind of jumped at it. I said, okay, fine. I had time, and I quickly shut down my office work and logged in to attend this. So that shows that every meeting at Gabbys is something that I really truly enjoy, and this meeting was no different. I loved the concept wherein two people were evaluating the same person, and that really, that really gives you a lot of ideas. Like, how much more can you do when you feel that, okay, this is how it is done, and then suddenly one such idea comes up and you realize, what, okay, well, there is more. So I think I loved the meeting and I got a lot of ideas from it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Preetpal. Now, may I request who else is there in this particular meeting? You see the categories. I think we are on the last category. Meanwhile, may I ask Toastmaster Sheikh Khan, if you're still with us, you are here till the end of the meeting. How was your experience with our meeting structure? Would you like to share something? Toastmaster, yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure.
see you
Yeah,
unmuting.
sure. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Actually, our Toastmaster here in Bratislava, we have like the structure are quite the same, but we have not very expert, or some evaluator are very expert and some of them are not. But I like the structure, and I have seen here like a lot of very expert evaluator and great speaker. I I have taken like a lot of some hands, some suggestion from this, particularly the role of grammarian and timekeeper, because even I have performed this rule many times, and probably this will help me also here to improve our Toastmaster meeting, and also to bring a little bit further changing and aid. So overall, I would say I am really impressed, and this is one of the great Toastmaster meeting I have ever attended. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sheikh Khan, for sharing your thoughts here. It means a lot for visiting Toastmasters to come and join Gabby's meeting and to help us with strong feedbacks. Now, you can see we are like way past of time, and this is like for the first time in a Tuesday meeting after the new structure we landed here. So, as a presiding officer, let me quickly share the woes and wows of the meeting. What stood exceptionally well is the active participation behind the scene. Trust me, executing one of this kind of meeting takes a lot of efforts from the executive committee. In the last second, pitching in, reaching out, and the team might have reached out in the last minute. And thank you so much for you for signing it for the same and nominating yourself for the role and helping us execute another beautiful meeting. There's something really stood out. The structure is working well. Something which is where we are lacking is with respect to the time, and the first person at fault is the presiding officer. I think I took the most time in the initial part and followed by our TMOD joint hands, but we will be watchful about the same. Moving ahead with the results I have with me. So here is the first category of our prepared speeches. All the three speakers, they did qualify for the poll, and the favorite speaker as per your vote is Toastmaster Shubham Somani. If he's here in the room, congratulations, Toastmaster Shubham, for your speech.
Thank you.
Second category was the evaluation. Out of 6 power-packed evaluations, we had only one time disqualification. From the remaining 5, your favorite one is distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Congratulations, Sourav. The third category was our main role taker. We had 2 more role takers doing exceptionally well with respect to their roles. Your maximum vote went to Toastmaster Nasir Hussain, our general evaluator. Congratulations, Toastmaster Nasir. And the last category, my favorite one. Before I share the name here, do we still have Toastmaster Mamata, our timer? Toastmaster Mamata, is it your first time taking the timer's role?
Yes.
A big shout out for Toastmaster Mamata. She joined us recently, and this is the first time she has taken the timer's role, and we have seen the flawless execution on the same. Thank you so much. Okay, let's come back to the voting part. The auxiliary role taker, the vote which you have showered is our Grammarian Toastmaster Sravan Kumar. Congratulations to all the winner, and a big congratulations to everyone for contributing in executing the meeting. Now, as I said, I had actually 2 announcements to make. So let me just leave you with 2 announcements. The first one is a change. Change is painful, but change is something sometimes it's important for each one of us. We have a slight change with respect to one of the roles. The Vice President Education of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. We had the support of Toastmaster Akib for this program here, and under his leadership, his support, his guidance, till now, officially, we have achieved 9 DCP points, and soon you are going to see more results. But now he has voluntarily decided for his commitment to step down, and you will see Toastmaster Rahul V taking up the role of the Vice President Education of the Gabbys Online for the remaining term. So as a president, I request you to share your support to the new VPE for the balanced tenure as well. That is the first one. And the second one, if you missed something here, then we have Thursday meeting for you. Now, Thursday meeting brings a different charm because you get educational sessions, you get table topic marathons. To do come back on Thursday meeting, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And till that time, keep on learning and enjoying. Take care of your health. I hereby officially close the meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.